So let's get into this article from BBC News. It says millennials are set to be the fattest generation. Damn. It says 3/4 are overweight by the age of 40. Research says that 74% of millennials will be obese or overweight by mid-age versus the 54% of post-war generation.
Damn.
It also says that... What'd you say?
It's been 70%.
I'm like, hold up.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, okay, so what do y'all think that contributes to that? What do y'all, because our generation is unique. We come up in the post-internet, well, no, not post-internet. We come in the middle of the internet age and discovering things like that.
I think that the numbers are skewed, to be honest. It's not, first of all, it is not designed for us at all because... black women tend to be naturally. We're going by the number, but what they call like the margins for like, if I look at the weight brackets for my height, if I was that weight, I would look sick.
That's true, but before we get to that though, but before we get, hold on, Sean, before we get to that,
what's the weight that you're?
I know we'll get to that. But what I'm saying is there is a lot of us are overweight, and granted, there is a white scale, and then there's a black scale. However, a lot of us are generally overweight, and that is a fact.
But isn't obese just mean like you're 20 pounds over, like is that the definition of obese? Like you're just 20 pounds over?
But it don't go by your height.
Your height,
and your weight.
Yeah. According to the charts, I'm obese.
It's gonna say a lot of people are obese that you're gonna look at them.
But even obese, so say if
you be obese and still be healthy. I'm sorry, Sabrae.
Okay, no, go ahead. You can,
I know that sounds like an oxymoron because
I get that question all the time, and I tell people it's like they look at a skinny person, they automatically think the skinny person's in shape.
Right, and they be breathing heavy going up the stairs.
Exactly, and I tell them, okay, look at this 300-pound football. Well, the linemen they're about 260 now. 300 somewhere up there. And tell them run 1,000-yard sprints, and I bet you they can do it.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say because they're definitely
but they still are obese.
Exactly.
Well, okay.
That's why when they lose it, if you notice one thing that I noticed, especially me playing football in college, all the guys that was my size put on weight, and all the guys that were bigger, like the linemen, all lost the weight. Mm-hmm. And it's weird that happens, but I noticed that a lot. Because the people that's that side, they want to be big then because that's the position they play. But now it's time to lose that weight because health starts to kick in later.
Right.
I mean, kicks in now, but they think about their health in the future that, okay, I need to get this weight off.
Gotcha.
And
they already have the work ethic and so
right.
They know how to get it.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is not athletes, but your everyday person. Most of the people that I see, because of the normal unhealthy eating habits, a lot of people are just generally overweight.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's an American thing.
It's a lot of process. You gotta think, in our generation, like processed food just runs amok. Like if you look at like previous generations, it wasn't as much like that. It was a lot more agriculture going on as far as like people were growing their own foods. A lot more food was fresh. It's like nowadays, everything that's processed gets glorified. It's cheaper. It's more cost effective. So people are, you know what I'm saying? If I got to choose between what's going to fill up my house and feed us for a while or what's going to feed us for a few days, they tend to buy more prepackaged, pre-made, processed foods, and it's just empty calories.
Processed food definitely is easier. It is cheaper, but it's that and it's technology. If you notice what's going on right now, all kids they want to play on the phone.
Yep,
iPhone games, iPad that. They're not going outside. If you go drive in neighborhoods, I just drove over here. I didn't see no one outside playing. It's daytime outside. So why are you not outside?
But then that's a safety thing too nowadays. Because you got to think when we were kids, you know what I'm saying? You go out to, you know what I'm saying? You go play, you come back. When the street lights come on nowadays, you send your kids to the park, you scared they might not make it home. Yeah. And it didn't have that. It's not that there's more or less pedophiles or predators now. Right. It just is more prevalent because of like technology now. You're more aware of it than we were in previous times, where it's like now you scared to do that.
Right.
So,
and also it's because of white people moving in. I'm gonna tell you this why.
Wait, what?
No, it need to be more. It's not enough rec centers.
Yeah, no.
True.
In these in the suburban areas. If you know, they're in the inner city because that's the only way we try to keep them off the streets.
Right.
But we move out here and we're in the suburbs. It's quiet. They think you're safe, but you're not. You're not around kids, so you're missing that part. And you're not in the facility where you could run around and got the weight room and activities. Yeah. You got to drive like 20 minutes just to go to a practice.
Right.
When you should have something in your neighborhood.
I also think people didn't have the money. We're making more money. Back in the day, like, I take my kids, like, to the same restaurants I eat at. I don't say, oh, we're eating Chick-fil-A. Like, if we're going to Carmine's, they're eating there with me. Right. Back in the day, we weren't making the same amount of money, so you didn't have the option to take 3 or 4 or 5 kids to sit down at a restaurant. So you were eating the food that was in your house. And, like, technology, you look up one restaurant, you're going to be getting coupons and, like, reminders about that, those robots. I don't know how, it works, but, like, it's just a constant reminder. You have the Groupons. You have, like, all of these things that, give you access to eat food that you wouldn't necessarily eat.
And push you into doing it, too, because it's like you only think about it, and you check that email like, oh, damn, I'll back.
And this may be a reach. Women are more professional. You guys are making more money. You're educated. You have degrees. Have your own businesses. Back in the day, there was a lot of wives that didn't work. So then they were just cooking. Now y'all got time to cook. And I'm not saying
I get what you're saying.
Cook, but like y'all have other stuff going on. You going to the gym, you might be tired,
And then processed foods are now made for just profit, and they're mass produced. And when you're when it's mass produced and they want it to last, instead of lasting 20 days, they want it to last 40 days. They have to load it up with whatever
it's going to preserve it.
Right, GMOs or whatever the case is, and that keeps a lot of people fat too. And then I know my doctor, I go to a holistic doctor, and I recommend that everybody try one out. It's a natural doctor, and they Western medicine is like just to cure. I mean, it's not to cure. It's to treat the symptoms and just to go at the symptoms so you can feel better for the moment. But you have to keep taking them the pills forever.
He was a holistic.
But he was a holistic doctor. Right. Dr. Sebi was into curing things, and that's why he was probably killed, because he was into curing. He cured AIDS.
Curing is not profitable.
And because they want to keep you on the meds.
Treating is profitable. Curing is like, nah. If you get rid of it, then where are we going to get our money?
Exactly. And so, my holistic doctor did a test at Whole Foods Market of like 20-something fruits and vegetables, and he found that foods nowadays have 40% less nutrients than it did 50 years ago. And so basically, for like you would need to eat 3 carrots today for the nutrition of 1 50 years ago. So that contributes a lot to us being unhealthy, and
it's not our fault.
Not all our fault. It's not all our fault. And then, like you said, too, people are working more. And we like in a working society. Everybody has to work, no breaks. And it's hard to, cook. Yeah. You have to, when you're going to eat out. It's like 20 things to eat on the road. You know what I'm saying? So,
and then the cost of living is so much higher now that it's like people either have to work more or they're just not making enough.
Exactly.
Because whether people want to acknowledge it or not, eating healthy is more expensive than eating unhealthy. And that's why your salad's $9, but your McDouble is $1.
Exactly.
Because it's bullshit food.
But then you said that.
The reason why I say that is because it's like you could, in order for you to reach that, I guess like that calorie goal that you would really need to kind of stay alive. You'd have to eat a lot more of like fruits and vegetables than you would to eat BS.
Right.
If you're going straight on a calorie count situation. So what happens is, and that stuff doesn't have a long shelf life. So it's like, if I racked up on produce and fresh foods and stuff like that, I would spend a lot more to buy as much as it would take to feed me for a month versus buying this stuff that has a shelf life of 2 months.
Right.
Because I can stockpile it and be good, but and spend less in the process.
What was you about to say?
And every time someone says that, I tell them this. First of all, why would you want to eat something that costs $1 and then you have this one that costs $7 for, like I said, like we just talking about a burger perhaps.
Right.
So that's number one. That's when I started changing my diet. It just never rested me like, how are these nuggets or this sandwich $1?
Well, if you only have $4,
Burger King got
that's
nuggets
what's appealing to you.
They got like 10 nuggets for like $1.
$1.49. Oh my God, no! Like,
right.
And there are food deserts, and there are economically deprived areas and that's a whole nother problem too.
That if you only got $4, that $1 burger is like I can get 4 of these Jones versus I don't have enough for this salad. Like,
and that's how it works too. And that's some of the problems that we have in society, especially as Black people.
Right.
You got kids. I could get, like you said, 4 burgers for $4.
Right.
I could take them out and try to eat healthy, and that's gonna be a lot more.
Exactly.
But I think we raise. Just me. I don't think
Spit it out.
I don't think
Come to the mic, please.
I don't think eating healthier is necessarily more expensive.
It's not.
Like
in the long run.
I guess because you think like, well, if you just drink water, how cheap is water?
True.
Opposed to you buying Minute Maids 2 for $3s. You know
I mean,
what I'm
that's drinking. You still got to eat though.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
but I get that point.
You don't teach your kids like. I always say this like, oh, I don't let my kids eat certain things. I'm like, oh, you're not letting them have a childhood. But how does eating have a correlation?
Unhealthy,
you know,
right.
with that. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, my mom, we had 3 cereals: Honey Nut Cheerios, Raisin Bran, and she wouldn't let us get Frosted Flakes, but we didn't have none of that tricks. No, it wasn't even that.
That wasn't
how
out
much
back
you
then.
spend at the grocery store?
Honey Nut Cheerios banged up.
I'm gonna end this right now. What about the whole expensive?
I spend about $200 a week.
Right, and you
almost.
And do you buy healthy?
Yes.
Yeah.
We spend about $200 every time, and nothing's processed in my house.
Yeah.
That we buy.
Right.
So I don't get when people
Right,
say
now she
crush
pregnant.
that
She can't.
shit in a week,
But then my
or
wife
it's
was
going
pregnant,
bad.
came home with Pop-Tarts and all this other crazy stuff now because she go through, I guess, her craving stage.
Right.
So when people say, I can see when they're talking about like fast food restaurants, is which but when you go to the grocery store, if you buying snacks and all that stuff, and which it's really like I don't see how it's more expensive to eat healthy.
It's not.
It's really not. If
you might have to go to the grocery store more because, like you said,
right.
Yeah, because like
I'll go twice a week to get because I get vegetables and stuff like that. If you try to buy vegetables to last you 2 weeks, that's crazy because it's going to start withering or whatever. But you just got to make a habit of going to like a market type.
But
see, that's the thing. The easiest
but
part.
buying enough. But when you're buying produce, things like that, which is like some of the more healthier foods that you're going to buy as an alternative to buying like processed food or snacks or junk. If you bought the junk, you'll spend, you're going to buy some Gushers for like $2 or some chips and stuff like that or whatever. And that stuff you're good. It's not going bad anytime soon. But when you buy fruit, you have to buy more because you're going to either crush through it or it's going to go bad and you got to keep buying. So that's where you're spending more because you have to replenish it more frequently. But you could spend the same amount on a bag of apples that you spent on a bag of chips.
I get that point. But it's about lifestyle. It's about lifestyle, though.
Yogurt's good like for a month.
Well, dairy's not really all that great.
I mean, it's not great, but say if you had a snack, I would rather give my child yogurt than Gushers.
Right.
I'm not saying it's super.
It is about lifestyle. And then say if it is $50 more, what's $50 extra for your health?
That's
you know
true,
what I
but
mean?
I can't
For
really...
people that actually have it, some people don't have it, and then some people got it and they don't want to have it, and so they just make excuses. And some people that is an excuse because they'll put it on their body. But they won't put it in their body.
Another reason is half the time they just don't know what to buy when they go.
You need to
that too.
Right now.
They just know salad. So
they
buy a bag of
what's...
salad and it's like, okay, I don't know what meats I got. No, a lot of people don't go read
there's really
the
not,
package of
but
the
they don't
meat.
get. That's not. You're not educated on that type of
A lot of
stuff.
those salads really don't even have any nutritional value. They just figure.
Yeah, you're gonna make your
bogus ass
make our
iceberg
own
lettuce.
salad. We're gonna buy the spinach or
you buy the spinach or the kale, but like that lettuce, lettuce has like no nutritional value.
I have a client that works. Just a little tip for people out there. I have a client who works for the FDA, and they were basically I was talking about organic stuff, and basically they were saying that if you want to buy organic, because a lot of people think organic is a scam, and it is in a way.
No, it definitely is.
It is in a way because they still put chemicals on organic fruits and stuff like that. But they were saying. Yeah, so he was basically saying that fruits and vegetables, it doesn't really make much of a difference, but meats, it makes a hell of a difference. Buying organic meats, we go to Costco, they have good organic, like, in bulk.
But you gotta think about what they're feeding that animal that you're eating because they're putting that. It's just like when people are buying, like farm-raised tilapia, and I be telling people, like, you and this trap fish.
Right, but they don't understand because they don't understand what that means. They don't
like kosher meats.
I mean, that's like a Jewish thing because I'm not really well versed. I just know that kosher is like what Jewish people go by. Like,
but
how about halal? That would be like
I don't know.
Halal is like that's
I never heard of that
in Islam.
No, it's like
Muslims. They
don't.
Hey, if anybody, I would trust Jewish people food and people that are Islam because they don't fuck around with their health.
They don't fuck with the additives and shit like that.
Right. So I don't know. I would do my research on that.
With any derivative from a pig in it too. So it matters. But
Okay, so another thing, obesity is now the second leading cause of cancer, second only to smoking. So a lot of people don't understand that, it's not just about how you look and if you thick or if you fit or whatever. it has really like serious health issues along with being overweight. And I'm, of course, there's a white people's scale, and then there's a black people's scale, and of course,
What's the correlation though? I wonder.
Well, it says
between
that
obesity and cancer.
Well, it says, hold on, it says that extra body fat doesn't just sit there. It sends messages around the body that can cause damage to cells. This damage can build up over time and increase the risk of cancer in the same way the damage from smoking does.
Okay.
It's so hard for like researching, because people like say do your own research, but when you're doing your own research,
you're researching
just
other people's
research.
That's true. That's true.
You'll listen to one doctor say one thing, and then another doctor would say like.
Well, that's a fact though. The cancer leaking the fat, that's kind of like a real thing. Like a lot of people's research says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cancer is like that's the last thing I would ever want to catch. Cause like seriously, you could be like.
So don't even put that in the atmosphere. Don't even put that in the atmosphere. I get what you're about to say, but don't. But yes, but just staying healthy, I mean, it's key. And one of the things that is the best thing to do is like get that extra fat off. And like I said, it's not about looks or like fat shaming people, but yeah. And go ahead.
So what would you recommend people to eat? And I'm not saying like kill
or to
like,
avoid
or do it like, because I believe in moderation. You know what I mean? What I try to do, like, I eat pork and red meat, but it's really like once every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Right. I try to stick to seafood, but then it's too much mercury in seafood. So then I try to skip days like that. Like
it's too much in a lot of things. That's one thing. Even with the fruits, you got some fruits that are very high in sugar. So. So moderation is definitely one way of doing it. Let me make it clear that I'm not a nutritionist. It's like I always tell my clients when they come in, I have nutrition that works for me. Make them go see them. But what I always tell my clients, the main thing that I know I'm not going to say no, but that I know that they struggle with the most are the white foods, are the sugar, and they don't, like I was telling you earlier about, they don't read the package. They just grab. A lot of people grab this meat because it's cheaper. Like what I used to do. Wife say, go get chicken. I'm going to go chicken breast. Which ones? Oh, that one says $4. The newest price on that ticket. Now she knows to go to the liquor store. I want to say liquor store. Look at that. He said he has to drink earlier.
No way he's going after the show. It's Sunday.
Yeah, she go to the store and she's going to read 99% fat free on all our chicken breast. If I can't find 99% fat free, I get 96. I won't go below 96.
Get the leanest.
I didn't even know it was fat free chicken.
Yeah, you gotta go for like the lean, even with your ground meat.
So all the meats is lean. So what? You answer your question. What I buy? We do get chicken, skinless chicken. I eat lamb. It's meat. I love lamb.
But is that lamb the meat like the?
It's not
fattiest.
It's fat on it, but it is lean meat.
I wouldn't do a lamb diet, but just in moderation, of course. I know, but just like you don't. I guess he's saying like don't eat it too much, but it's something that you can find lean and that can be a healthy meal.
Of course, salmon.
What did you say?
What did I say? Salmon. I still say salmon.
It's salmon. I don't ever want to hear that L come out your mouth again.
It's all right. I say the L. I say the L.
You say it too?
Yeah. I dropped out of college. I'm a high school graduate. I tell people. I say the things. I say things wrong all the time.
No, my boy said something to me the other day. He say salmon. I still say salmon, but I know salmon.
Whatever.
Hold on, real fast. How you spell Jai?
J-I-Y-E. How I spell it?
What? Get out!
How you spell it?
Get out! It's J. Too much. Where you go? J-I-Y-E. That's so.
Spelling the name down, nigga.
That's extravagant. Do you put your pinky out when you do that? That is extravagant.
I didn't write it though.
J-I-Y-E.
It's okay, Stephon, because it's a made up word anyway, so don't feel bad.
I'll say J-Y.
And after the last episode that you need to check out, I just say J-I.
Damn.
Nah, I definitely ain't never seen no J-I.
You decorated that joint. J-I-Y-E. Put the E on there and everything. So foods to avoid.
And while you were on white foods, and do you find it ironic?
You know, how did I know? I don't like
that. Only the white foods are unhealthy. Potatoes, white rice, white French fries,
just like
white
white
everything.
Potatoes. But outside of that, like I hate white bread.
Just in different ways.
I hate white bread. Like
bread,
what
like
are good things to snack on? Like when when you're eating healthy, because when I do notice I eat healthy, I have to eat more because it's not as filling. You know what I mean? Which is not a bad thing.
Come a little bit up.
So you're just gonna prove my point after the fact, though?
Right.
What?
Yeah, I mean, well, basically, echo on what Yatta said. Yeah. But go ahead, Shaw. Okay, so your question. What are things to snack on? Go ahead, Stephon.
Snack on, I snack on blueberries, peanuts. I like baby carrots actually.
That's cool. How much do you snack on? Is it all day long?
Yes.
That's where the problem is.
That's what I was about to say. That's 9 times out of 10. That's what the problem. People just continue to keep eating.
But fed state for too long.
Granolas. I like to snack on granola.
Good things to snack on.
Fruit. I mean, pretty much. Yeah. For me, fruit.
You gotta look for the low sugar fruits, though.
Yeah, like the slower glycemic index.
Yeah, so you don't spike your insulin too much because isn't it true that your body doesn't know that it's natural sugar, so it's better than processed sugar or refined sugar, but insulin spike is an insulin spike. So if you ODing,
like banana, pears, those are low glycemic index. Bananas, pears, apples, oranges versus like pineapples or other strawberries are low too.
Mangoes.
But the ones that taste the best or the sweetest, those are the ones that are high glycemic index.
What's the best fruit to you?
Apples are one of the best.
No, I mean
for me,
taste-wise.
Taste-wise, I mean, blueberries on a low level too, low glycemic index. I mean, I like all fruits to be honest, but I do try to stay away from the super sweet ones, even though we do consume a lot of pineapple, which is
I love
sweet.
a pear.
Ladies, consume pineapples. Continue.
No, it doesn't make that. It doesn't. Keep listening.
I mean, if you have an issue, go to the doctor and don't even go to a holistic doctor. Go to the one that can give you pills.
Stop to the doctor. Treating yourself with pineapples, lady. I swear to God.
Go to the doctor and eat pineapples.
That's why your pH is off. Stop listening to him.
If your pH off, don't go to the pineapples.
Pears are so A1, but apples.
Pears.
Pears are.
I fuck with pears.
Pears are delicious.
They are.
Yes. But no, see, I'll eat apples with natural peanut butter. I feel like that's first of all, chill. I feel like that's just a A1 combination.
Peanut butter is a snack, but I don't really.
It's good for protein, right?
Yeah.
You don't know.
But a lot of people would use peanut butter. If I was doing it, I would eat it mostly for if I was bulking.
Okay. Like getting bigger muscles or whatever for the people that don't know. So, but I do want you to get back to foods to avoid, but one thing I do want people to avoid is getting rid of Bluetooth headphones, or don't wear them on a regular basis, because I had an issue recently where I was wearing the Bluetooth, the LG, sitting around my neck all day. I'm a barber, and it would be for about 12 hours. And for years, since 2016, and then recently, I started my thyroid gland started acting up because you have to understand. So if your phone's sitting right here in your headphones, it's constant waves all day sitting on your neck. Your thyroid sit right here, your pituitary gland, and all these other vital things that should not have those waves. We already live in a Wi-Fi society, so it's constant waves going on around us. But to have it sitting on your neck is so unhealthy, and I feel like people are not educated and people aren't telling people about it. They're just advertising this is convenient. It sounds great and everything, but they are really fucking people up, and thyroid issues are big in the Black community as far as Black women, and also cancer. So just, slow down the usage of those, I guess limited to working out. Bluetooth.
The AirPods.
I mean, I would just say Bluetooth on a regular basis, on an everyday. I was wearing them at work,
and I would work. You're working
exactly. And I mean, it's a little inconvenient to have the wires or whatever, but it is more healthy for the long run. I'm not trying to have no issues with that, and a lot of people just don't realize those type of things. So.
Well, no sponsor from LG for the show.
Hell no. Hell no.
Get them out of here.
But other than white foods, what are some foods to avoid? People, if they want to get, lose weight, lose that body fat, to help prevent other issues.
Of course, fried foods.
Yeah.
Number one, which is probably the biggest addiction.
Air fried foods?
I'm glad you said that, because I just bought one and I love it.
Yeah, same here. Air fryer.
Yeah. Air fryers. You gotta get.
How does it fry? If it's
with
in the air.
That's the point.
Because it's
little
but I will say,
oil, and that's really the issue with fried foods. It's no oil.
It's no oil.
You pretty much baking it though.
I got tired of baking my sweet potato fries, so
okay.
I wanted to be crispy, and I didn't want to fry them in the house, so I bought the air fryer.
So they crispy?
Like
$50.
I ain't bad at all.
So
it takes a long time though.
It take a long time.
Like when I cook my chicken wings, it take a long time.
Oh yeah, because
Like
you got to
like
keep
45
flipping
minutes?
it.
About an hour. Yeah.
Oh hell, yeah, fried oil.
No, I would bake the wings,
Man,
but I got them for the fries.
In that thing, man.
But the sweet potato fries, I do want you to tell me how a recipe to make those crispy because I can't get it.
Though. Have you ever had a catfish not fried? Disgusting.
See, this is the thing.
It's okay to have fried
But
food.
in the air fryer, you can. It's either no oil or significantly less. Because let's say you wanted to have a little like crisp to it, you can like brush a little oil on it. You want to be mindful of what kind of oil that you use on it, but you can
like olive oil. Maybe.
Yeah, and then it'll give it a little more like that crunchy coating that you want. But it's just a whole lot
air fryer.
less.
No, get an air fryer.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Oh yeah, that's where I was going.
I got mine from Walmart.
You support Walmart?
No, but
they support me.
I support them every now and then when I have to.
I was just joking.
But I would prefer not to support Walmart because the last time I checked, they don't pay their employees livable wages. So,
to be honest.
Well, they will do. They did,
did,
but they do some little little things. Like what they'll do is just not make anybody full time, make everybody part time, so they don't have to give them benefits and whatnot and all that.
I mean, it's smarter for a business here.
I mean, they can
yeah, but look at how much money they're making, and how much money they take from communities when they go. Because when you put a Walmart in like an area with mom and pop stores, those mom and pop stores are dropping. So the least you can do is pay your employees livable wages. So yeah,
I mean,
but
Disney
maybe it's changed since I've checked
You heard that
last.
story about
I was
Disney?
just in Walmart today. I'm not even.
They pay their employees like $10 an hour or some crazy stuff like that.
Who?
Disney.
Well, what are their requirements though? What are their
Maybe that's their minimum. Maryland minimum wage is a lot lower than DC too.
Yeah, but Disney's like they own pretty much everything. ESPN, Marvel,
True.
like they own everything.
Well, anyway, so since we.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So since we know that the government is going to do anything to help us with the false advertisement of the foods and of the low FDA approved stuff, that they'll just approve any fucking thing that'll get us fat as shit and unhealthy.
They just have these minimum standards in order to call certain things like organic.
Well, yeah, that's
like
that's what I'm saying.
The standards
but
are super low.
Since that is the case, what can we do to burn the fat and lose the fat? What are your top things to do? Like, okay, so let's start with cardio. What are your top cardio workouts?
My favorite one is jumping rope. That probably burn the most calories.
Okay.
Over running. Yeah, I love jump rope.
Double Dutch. Pop it
Go on
off.
Amazon, okay?
Hold on, do the little thing. This
And for how long?
Ever.
I jump rope for 10 minutes straight.
Okay.
Oh,
All
I can
right.
do that. I can do 10 minutes.
Jump rope for
Okay.
heart. I used to do that joint back in
Yeah.
elementary school. You
I
used to
can
jump
do
rope for
that. I
heart.
know.
Because I don't work.
It's a tough one. They jumping for 5 and they be struggling.
Hey, whoa.
Yeah,
First of
but
all,
I'm-
I jump rope all day because I was on
But
a team.
I'm an athlete though. I don't like work out like what you call them, but I actively.
Let him have it. Let him have it.
Son, you know I'm a hooper. You come on. You see me hoop. Hold on.
Okay, we're not going to talk about how you skunk was 16
Be the
and
nigga
nothing.
16 nothing.
But according to
That was like
according to the
6
scale,
years
she
ago.
considered an athlete too. Because how many times she work out?
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
a
And
better
she was a
athlete, though.
kicker.
Oh, the kicker.
And she was a backup
Chill.
kicker. So-
I'm a
chill.
better athlete than her.
Anyway, I bet you
I
you
box or
couldn't
whatever.
survive. You could not survive 30 minutes of what we do.
I bet you I could. Off will alone, just to prove. Off will alone, if I would die in his workout just to prove you wrong. I'll sign the waiver just to prove her
I
wrong.
can jump rope for 10 minutes.
Because no, seriously, working out is hard. Like I remember, I went to took the firefighter test, the CPAP. I was like, I'm gonna knock this shit out. So I was knocking out everything.
I trained a lot of people for that too.
So
They passed it.
yeah, I passed it. So you got passed in 10 minutes. I passed it in 9:46. So everything else was easy. But the first thing, you got to do the stairs. And you got to do it for 3 minutes without, and you got to do it with, if I'm wrong,
weight
70,
vest?
I think it's 75.
With the weight vest?
Vest. I was like this. I was like, what time to go? It's like, oh, you only got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. It's only been here for 10 seconds. I was like this.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Stamina.
Okay.
My off will alone, I had to do it. But go ahead, jump rope.
So
one.
jump rope is number one. And we gonna do top 7 or top 3 or what? For the
You go
top
from
3?
3 to 7.
because I can't remember what I told him.
I said top 3. I know you told me
top 3.
I think you actually talked something about getting ready for that.
Okay, and y'all going to demonstrate those, by the way. So we'll have a clip where y'all demonstrate the top 7 workouts for the summer. To get right by the summer.
Right,
but
so
top 3, no, we don't know. That's not going to be the jump rope because I ain't got no jump rope. But the top 3 workouts to burn fat.
How the hell?
You just got that bike too.
If you get on Amazon and get your jump rope.
Chris got one. I be using
That's a nice
it.
bike.
Thank you. I just got it.
White people bike.
First of all, white people are not the only ones that's healthy.
No, I'm just saying, no. You know, back in the day, your dad just get you a bike from
The joint with the fan.
You know, like a regular $56 bike. I had bought a bike, $375.
Listen, go
First
on
car cost
Groupon.
$500.
My joint costs $150. Go on Groupon right now, and that bike is going to be there. And that's so I can do cardio regardless of the weather, or if it's dark. If it, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about. I'm not.
You talking about?
Okay.
I got a stationary bike. By the way.
I don't like treadmill. I rather.
I hate the treadmill, but I don't care if it's inclement weather.
I love the treadmill. I hiked that whole up 15 incline.
Yeah, I don't like the treadmill.
No, I don't like it. But
I'd rather do that than anything else.
But inclement weather, though, inclement weather, I don't want to just not be able to not do nothing. So that's why, if it's too hot, too cold, too dark, whatever.
I do incline power walks. I'll put that joint up to 15 and be on the treadmill at like maybe 3.9, 4.0 speed for like an hour and burn like 900 calories.
Okay.
I bring my iPad out there and watch a movie because you know you can't watch the display because you be like, hold up, how long has it been? So you know I gotta distract myself.
So jump rope number 2.
I always gotta have a full body exercise. So of course, like burpees, if it's just for in-house things.
I hate burpees.
Everyone hates burpees. But
so how many should you do? Oh, okay, we'll demonstrate it.
You know,
you jump up and then push up.
That's what I like because of full exercise. So you can add the push up to it. I don't make them do the push up all the time because we might did them already during the day. But you can add the push up to your burpee. Then you jump back. You got the stability phase that's going in there. Yeah, abdominal section. Then you got your legs.
Can y'all do like the knees push up or no? Like the girl push up?
You can do whatever you want. I don't stop nobody from the modifications.
You be doing the girls push up?
Oh.
No, she doesn't.
You do the real nigga push up?
No.
My man.
It's not happening. She's doing real push up.
Oh,
Hey,
but you said you're not going to stop me from doing the
Look, she like, I can do the girl push up.
Quick question: is part of
come to the mic.
Your business? Do you be recording her? I'm like, who the hell be recording these people in the gym?
I tell him, I be like, Stephon.
I record my own all the time. You got to, man.
You have to. I tell them to record because it inspires other people.
Oh, I'm not mad at it.
And he records because of to post for his advertising.
I just want to know who be doing it.
I'm talking
about
regular
him
people.
Or another person. It be him.
Just be a person like, hey, get me.
Most people work out, even if it's not with a trainer. Most people work out with somebody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
like I said, I don't know. I just like it's crazy because like
everybody got a video.
Everybody should. Girl, hold on. So I ain't gonna say no names. Somebody that you probably recently followed. Did you see her workout that we had a conversation with about 3 weeks ago when we were eating? Did you follow that young lady?
Oh, I sure did.
She had a workout. I said, are you working out or are you trying to insinuate something else?
Okay, see, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
Like that. I don't want to put nobody.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I mean, I looked at the video a couple of times.
I mean, she's a professional at what she does. So,
okay. Like, is it?
Yep.
Oh, that's lit. Shit.
Yeah, but it's a whole nother thing. But
see, I like to box for my full body workout.
Angry.
It's not angry. It's just a full body workout. I boxed for like a month and lost like 15 pounds.
For real?
Yeah.
What you saying?
Yeah,
could you see me though?
What the heck? Anytime. Okay. What's up?
But you know what? It's also another problem. Before you get to the third one, because that was number 2, right? Mm-hmm. Before you get to the third one, a lot of people don't understand how birth control plays a point. It plays a part in gaining weight and stuff like that, and it stops a lot of women from. Because I did research last night for the show. I did something.
Can I go?
Yeah, we go. Matter of fact, thank you so much for watching. But no, seriously though, a lot of doctors push that on women. Like I know a lot of girls who were on birth control in high school.
I asked for it. I'm not in high school, but
well, that's a whole different situation too because you had your first daughter.
No. I mean, like recently, I asked for it.
No, let me tell you something. I did research for this show, right? And I was on a birth control, and I'm gonna put my business out there called NuvaRing. And a lot of people,
I can't do that.
NuvaRing.
It's too much.
It's a little. I ain't even going to get this. All right, look, listen. So I did my research on different birth controls and birth controls. A lot of people gain a lot of weight on Depo shots. Yeah. A lot of people just gain weight because it's extra hormones, it's extra estrogen, and it helps you store away more fat. So it's harder to lose weight. And then I recently got off. I'm not trying to get pregnant, but I just got off because I don't believe that it's healthy. After seeing a holistic doctor, I don't believe that birth control is healthy. Literally, every girl that was over the age of 22 said they gained 10 pounds within 4 weeks after coming off of that NuvaRing.
Gained or
and
lost?
Gained.
Lost. They gained weight coming off of it?
Because your body's so used to being used to those hormones that once and one of the hormones that helps you actually burn the fat or whatever, you were already getting that, so now it's like become like deficient. Your body has to level back out.
It was the opposite for me. I was on Depo for 2 years.
But that's Depo though.
And I gained like 20 pounds.
Depo is a shot?
Depo shot,
In those 2 years I gained
3
months. I gained 20 pounds in that 2 years. I got off of it because I was like, hell nah, this is a lot. And then like within like the first few weeks of me getting off of it, I had lost like 5 pounds off the humble doing nothing just to get off it. And I switched to the pill. I haven't had any weight gain on the pill.
Right, but like, every woman's body is different. Right, everybody responds differently to different things.
Working for me, but damn.
But coming off, everybody, literally, unless they were like, well, I'm 20 and I didn't gain any weight after coming off of it. Everybody said that they gained 10 pounds in 4 weeks. One girl went but one girl was like 110, 105, and then she went up to 135, and then just like it took her 2 years to lose that weight.
What's the other one? Is it an IUD?
IUD? I don't know about that. Now,
That's because they make them. Some of them are hormonal and they're non-hormonal.
Stop
IUDs
using those, man.
But for some people it works for. But I ain't really with the whole birth control thing. But I understand some people got to do what they have to do. But I do think it's unhealthy, and if it can prevent a baby, I'm sure it can do other things to your body.
The best way to prevent a baby is not by having sex.
Yeah,
that's what we learned in middle school.
Pills
I mean,
at 10 a.m. every morning.
Sex is no sex.
Because the dosage is so low that if you miss it, you're gambling anyway. So that's the only reason why I even feel comfortable being on it is because it's such a low dose that it's something you have to do daily. So I feel like once you start getting into those prolonged methods, it's way more hormones in your body. So like, because Depo went straight to my body, dog.
And so now I'm trying to see like how it will be after, like if my hormones don't level back out 6 months from now or 5 months from now, then I'm just gonna have to see a specialist that controls like balancing your hormones.
Because some people cycle on and cycle off too, just because of that. I
don't
even
reason, know.
Because of how it
really fucks your body up.
It's like for Depo, they don't recommend you being on it longer than 2 years consecutive and then cycling off. And some people don't, and then it'll be 8 years later and they still can't get pregnant.
Exactly.
When they're trying to get pregnant because. Yeah, no.
And then the Planned Parenthood situation has been trying to sterilize black women for years. So you need to watch out for that too. So, but number 3, Stephon, the third best workout that you
jump rope,
in your
burpees.
That you would recommend for burning fat.
Running. Be your last one.
It's like sprinting or long distance or what?
Either one. I don't like long distance because it's just boring.
What about walking?
You can burn calories walking, but if you definitely want to increase the intensity, if you want to burn more calories, so you're gonna have to.
I mean, I was just curious.
Run. But I prefer sprinting, and I like one of my favorites is I like to sprint about 20 yards and drop down, do 5 push-ups, get up, sprint another 20 yards, and keep it that way. That way you're not bored.
How do you know you went 20 yards?
Huh?
On your phone or something, or on the track?
I'm about to say, I just feel like I feel like my gauge of distance is completely trash. So
I feel most people wouldn't know probably what 20 yards is.
I'd be over there doing math like I'm trying.
You're gonna feel like sometimes we go to the Gold's Gym to use that. Like we do the outdoor turf, like I took Sabrae there as well. She did that one. Like she ran, push up. That was just the warm up.
You think you can beat me in 20 yards too?
What you think, Stephon?
If this was middle school, I don't go
that.
But plank. But also, I want to say definitely planking.
Okay, so that's like 3.5 because you can always incorporate that in stuff.
For how long? A minute.
You got it.
Fuck you.
So we're also going to have
how hard it is for people to plank.
Oh, we're going to do them clips. That's why we need to end the show before the sun go down.
Sabrae doing 20 yards.
Because after the first 15 seconds, you can like the.
But that's why I put planks on there because just as me training, I always start my clients off with body weight. A lot of people can't get.
Yeah, that's what it is. Weight. And that core strength was like key for like everything you do.
Yes. Don't never survive.
And that fits. You know what a plank is.
So for everybody, because we all know what planks are. Explain what a plank is.
You don't need to. You don't need to because guess what? You and Yatta going to do.
Yatta going to do what?
Demonstrate.
I got on jeans.
Plank. You can do plank. So that Yatta and Sean will demonstrate these workouts.
Man, because after the first 15 seconds, you get to vibrate.
What is a plank? What the hell?
That's what happened after the first 15 seconds.
You always shaking the table.
You so ugly.
I didn't get it. It went like this.
You know, I am one of those people who really can't always support my own body weight. That's what's a lot of it, and it doesn't look like it, but it is.
Trust me. I know. Me too.
You know, that's some black girl words.
Well, weightlifting burns.
I lift. I have no issue.
You gotta lift. People get confused with that part.
Reese had me squatting 185. What you mean?
It's some questions you don't ask.
No, you can ask me. Because I know how to answer. Go ahead.
None of your business.
Okay.
None of your business.
More than 100, less than 200.
There you go.
Gotcha. I could probably tell how much.
Just make a guess.
No, I'm getting beat up. First of all.
I ain't going to fight you. How much?
Y'all both weigh 120.
Okay, you know what?
They wouldn't even want to weigh 120.
Take a guess. Hell no, I haven't weighed 120 since like high school, and
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
All right.
The thigh ratio.
I'm like,
All right.
factor in 3 pounds of weave.
You weigh 155.
Yeah, you're smacking. Thank you.
But yes.
Yes, that was beautiful. You are real.
Okay.
No,
that's close to my goal weight.
Keep going. No.
You weigh 165.
You a little off, but yeah.
Break out that ass. Sorry.
Chill. Sitting in the chairs you guys will never see. So
you get to see it though.
How much you weigh? Hold on, you weigh 212.
You wish.
I've never seen 200.
For real? See, because you fit.
Because you tall and lean.
I used to look 200 when I played ball. I couldn't get 190. I could get 190 now easily.
How much you think I weigh?
Yeah, me too.
It's like 170.
Right?
I weigh
a little too easily.
We can't. If you got a scale.
Let's not.
But it's not.
Right.
It's all like literally. My legs are skinny. My arms are skinny. My neck's skinny.
Must be
it's
nice.
all right here.
So
you know.
So that's so easy for
I'm
you.
like, must be nice.
That's why I asked him. I'm going on a trip because you know little aliens or Men in Black.
Yeah.
That's how my body looks.
No, I stay around about 188, 97.
It's all stomach.
No, you didn't do that.
What do you recommend for arm fat?
Resistant bands.
I knew it. I got like 8 of them joints. I gotta stop bullshit. I do. I swear, because I feel like I just like the one place I struggle so hard to lose weight to like slim down is in my arms.
Got that little.
Man, I get to put on a leather jacket, be in the car, turn the corner.
My joint,
you got flaps like that, like the airplane joint.
No, I mean like the jacket be so damn tight in the sleeve.
Oh.
Depending on what we doing at the time, my shit be looking like a man. Like sometimes my arms can get like masculine.
See, that's why I won't get like I don't want to like get like a washboard stomach.
Yeah, I don't want no Angela Bassett rolling on a river.
No, I don't want abs, but
joint.
it's like I won't go like I don't even try to get like a super flat stomach until I can get my arms down because I'm just gonna look brolic as shit. Like because my arms gonna be big and then all this is gonna be cinched and I'm just gonna look like I got on a waist trainer.
But if you're doing cardio, I think it's all gonna go down right.
I know.
But see, that's the thing. It's certain parts I don't want to go down because it took me my whole life to get these yams.
Anyway,
what did you got to say, Sean?
So I know women don't work out for men's approval. This is about health.
Yes, we do.
You know? I mean, well, okay. But I mean, like,
we do for both. For both.
I don't like super. I want you to. You can be fit, but I don't want you to look super fit.
You don't want to rigid. You want
I'm discriminating.
You don't want it to look like a builder. Okay,
yeah,
I understand that.
Supposed to be.
Well, it takes us a lot longer.
Different goals,
right?
So, if you see someone look like that, that's how she want to look.
Exactly, because for women, we don't just stumble upon that body.
Like to me, like Serena Williams. Like I know men like her.
She's soft though. She's still soft.
She had manly. I don't think she had manly body.
Somebody said she's her arms look like she could throw a cotton ball on the roof.
I seen her in person.
Cotton ball.
Damn.
No, I seen her in person. She's swole.
On the roof.
Oh, no, I ain't seen her.
The TV might soften her up.
Her body suits be looking crazy though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell like she's fit, like she's solid, but like
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, Stephon, many people, you know, as a trainer, and that's what you do for a living, and everybody, you know, pretty much knows that. But a lot of people seem to cannot they think they can't pay for trainers. You know what I mean? That's like a stigma with people like, oh, no, how much they cost? Oh, no, should I go to Planet Fitness for $10 and then do this myself? But they don't understand the value. Right.
And then on top of that, they go in there and they don't know how to work out.
Exactly.
You know how many people go to the gym and have no idea what they're doing and they just get in there and they wing it, or they go to those little classes or something, but they don't really know how to work out.
Right. And so a lot of times people, they'll think that a trainer is out of their reach, but they'll easily put your rate. I won't put that out there because people can contact you for that. But it's really affordable. It is. And I feel like that money, your rate, I would put on my body. You know what I'm saying? Like I would put it on clothes and shoes or whatever the case is. But why not put it towards the inside of your body and your overall wellness? Because it doesn't matter what you have on. If you look fat and Versace,
I'm saying, it's wild to buy all these clothes for a body you don't like.
Exactly. Like, you can be fat as shit and look and make some Versace look ugly. You know what I'm saying?
You just buy a bigger shirt. That's what I do.
That's men though. I'm talking about more so women. Well, no, because but even men like to look, you know, a little. Y'all like to look slim. You know what I'm saying?
Do you do like scripted workouts for the times when you're not with your clients, or how does that work?
If they ask for it, like I used to send them.
Yeah, I know, because I've worked with a trainer before who did that. Like I would only see her like once or twice a week, but then the other day she would give me like a scripted workout by myself.
Yeah, but sometimes that kind of gets you'll write them and they don't do it.
Because you ain't going to
get frustrated with doing that part.
You're wasting your time.
So I wait for them to ask for it now. Usually,
right?
So if they like they can't make a session, they say, send me something. Yeah, like I got so many already written. I usually try to send them what they already know they can do without me being there. So
right,
that's
right.
what I usually do.
I'll be trying to get to the gym. Go's been getting my $20 for a while now.
I still pay gym memberships. I don't even go to them.
Yeah, I haven't been to the gym in a long
time. I use for certain things.
I'm starting to come to. You know why I hate Go's gym? First of all, I never go. But
I know why you hate it.
Go ahead.
The type of people that's in there.
No, I won't say that, but
that's that type of gym. That's why you got Planet Fitness and you got Go's.
Oh, what's the
Well, they have that no slamming policy at Planet Fitness, you know.
What
is that?
No judgment zone.
It's really it's crazy. There's no judgment zone, but that's exactly what you're doing because that's what Planet Fitness is for, and that's what Go's is for. Go's, if you go, you got a lot of people competing in there.
Okay.
So that's why, like she said earlier about the skinny tank tops, you're gonna see a lot of that.
The stronger you are, the more
so
neon
it's like
your
class
clothes.
A gym and the class B
You can't
gym?
wear that in Planet Fitness.
And plus, at Planet Fitness, they serve pizza on Fridays. Which is
Wear
wild.
a tank top and Planet Fitness?
You're not supposed to.
Not supposed to because they don't want people to get
feel intimidated.
It's supposed to be for.
I'm not intimidated.
At Gold,
but can I say something to people?
The more neon.
That's another why people sign up with me because we had a private gym, it's a warehouse, so they like that they don't have to see this strong guy in the mirror.
But can I say something to people out there who feel intimidated by people that look strong as shit or wearing these tank tops or the girls wearing, which is so thirsty, like little booty biker shorts. That is so thirsty. But anyway, but listen, hold on, wait. Let me say something. You out there trying to lose weight or trying to get your workout on or whatever, they don't give a fuck about you. That you over there self-conscious. They're not looking at you. They're thinking about how they getting ready for a show or how they're trying to build their body. They're not really thinking about people. They're not looking at you.
Yeah, but you still can't tell somebody. They might, you know.
I'm just saying, just so you know, like they're not looking.
Nobody in there who's super fit, but like, look at this fat motherfucker.
No.
It's definitely not to a point where you should even obsess over it.
No, if anything, they'll be like, if anything, they'll be like, they're doing that completely wrong, and they might go and say, hey, you should do it like this. This is not
neon.
But
joint,
really, they're not even looking at
people that get talked
people.
about the most are probably the people that are the strongest.
The stronger you are, the more neon your workout clothes are. I swear to God, it's like the brighter your shoes get.
I used to ask the same thing. I mean, I never want to look like that. I'm okay with I keep it at a certain level, but they really compete. They do
bodies, yeah.
They take it very seriously.
I know girls who've done it.
My man, he competes.
They weigh their food. I'm talking about they meal plans is crazy.
My man compete, right? And it was a joke.
Creatine.
I said, dog.
They ain't drinking that. I hope.
He be posting his pics. I said, dog, you put a pink thong on? That's crazy. That's my thing.
It's a banana hammock.
That's what they call him?
What?
I said, why you? I'm not.
So you mentioned something about creatine, and you were saying, Stephon.
No, I mean I don't promote creatine. I know she said, but the people probably drink it. I won't. You probably find some people who drink it, but I doubt that many people that's competing are drinking.
Right, and I think
because your body already produces it anyway.
And then another thing, pre-workouts. Chris was using pre-workouts. He used to drink the pre-workouts like caffeine or whatever, but it affected his kidneys in a bad way when he went to go take a physical. So you might want to watch out for that.
I've never found a pre-workout that actually works for me.
It's a workout before the workout?
Yeah.
It's something
pre-workout is like caffeine.
Like an energy boost. But I've never found like a pre-workout. And it'll be like some of the guys that are at my job who work out and be like, man, that joint had me going in. I got all this energy. And then I go take it. Little old me goes and then it does nothing for me. And I don't consume, I'm not a caffeine person. Right. So like, I'm the person, if I have a coffee in the morning, I'm up all day. So like, what the hell? Like,
it works. I mean,
it don't work for me. I don't feel any more energy.
You gotta try different ones.
I have. I feel like
I'm running. It's not for you then.
Relax. But I did get some BCAA, and I'm about to see what that joint.
Okay, but maybe sometimes it might not be for you though. You might be one of those like you know what I'm saying, outliers.
Hydroxycut or something like what the hell?
Nah, like, you just need to get some.
Only
sleep.
thing that's ever given me energy.
Only time I drink by my aminos is if I'm like tired that day before I work out.
But why can't you find natural amino acids?
No, yeah, I mean,
all of them supposed to be natural.
Right.
I got my whole view on supplements.
All right, get him energy for that for gym is Oxy Elite Pro.
Okay,
that don't give me jitters.
You know what gives me energy? I'm not even funny.
Shut up.
If you drink a super ice cold water really fast.
I hate.
See, that's I don't know. Okay,
I just stick with my protein shakes.
Okay. So people getting ready for summer. What's some of those what is it? What holidays coming out that everybody go to Miami for?
Memorial Day.
Spring break, Memorial Day. So what can people do really quickly outside of those 3 workouts other than get a membership? Not a membership, but sign up with you. If they can't sign up with you, so what are some things that people can do at home really quickly because we about to wrap because the sun about to go down and they need to demonstrate the workouts.
At home, I mean, besides those, if you don't have weights at home, you need weights. Weights does burn calories. People get confused all the time. They think they're just getting bigger. No, weights
Come to the mic a little bit.
Weights burn calories, so you do need them. But if you don't have anything at home, like I said, things mostly just body weight. You can cut your music on, get going. You can run in place, push-ups, of course. Like I said, planking, sit-ups.
Jail workouts.
Jumping jacks, yeah.
If you want to call it that, just at-home workouts.
How heavy do your weights need to be? My weights aren't that heavy.
Well, it all depends on your goal. So if you're trying to lose weight, you want to keep it at low, high reps. So meaning, I guess we all know what that.
I got 5 pound dumbbells.
Yeah.
So your high reps would be like reps of 15.
Yeah.
We always do around about 12, 15.
And that's tone, that bulk.
Yeah. So of course, when everybody comes to me, mostly it's about toning.
Yeah. I need you to send me all your before and after pictures so I can put them on the screen too.
Okay.
When you just send them to me.
I just have the 5 pound ones, and then I have a 10 pound kettlebell.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
I love
have the same
kettlebells.
thing.
Kettlebells go. My favorite are kettlebell and kettlebell and medicine ball.
Okay.
Like we do
that's the
yeah. That's the
put your legs up. Is that the obliques?
So. Yeah, you're right.
No, I mean I'm not even.
Yeah, you're right.
I've literally been trying to do because I've never been that gym guy, so I'm really.
You can change your ways with discipline. You can change. You know.
So I mean, it's pretty much hard just to say what you can do more than I can show you because if you want to get that workout, you want to work everything, you can't do it at home. But like you said, if I say work the obliques, they don't know what I'm talking about. But obliques are the most.
You don't want people working at home. You want people.
I mean, yeah, but this stuff you can keep up with at home because that clearly you can do everything he just said at home and still not get the exact results that you would still get with him.
Got you.
You feel me? That's
You're
just
gonna push yourself to the intensity.
It's easy.
Exactly.
That's what
that's the thing.
Because I'm a quitter.
Exactly.
I have all the tools.
Me too.
I have all of the tools and none of the discipline. Like I swear, like I said, I have 5 pound dumbbells. I have a 10 pound kettlebell. I have
jump rope,
resistance bands, jump rope. I have a treadmill in my garage. I have a freestanding heavy bag, and I sit on my ass and watch Love and Hip Hop.
I can't believe I forgot squats. Of course, definitely
squats with weighted squats or non-weighted.
Have weight. You can do
okay.
No weight on squats and lunges.
Okay, so that means people don't have to buy a fake butt. They can you make a butt with no butt? Can you work out a butt?
Yes, you can.
Extent.
Ain't gonna get bigger. It's just gonna lift it up.
You will need to do more.
You expand them glutes.
Like deadlifts.
Okay. Deadlift. We're gonna demonstrate that too. Then.
That's what she was going.
Deadlifts give you the money.
Yeah, I think so. I'll be doing that this week actually with the
with the
mine sat all the way. Now let me tell you something. I've always had the trunk or whatever. But after I had my baby, it was a little.
For people who may not know,
she had the buns, man, the cheekies.
So I've always been shapely, and I've always been, well shaped. But after having the baby, it will fall a little bit. Now it wasn't saggy because I was still young. But after working out and doing all this stuff with Stephon, it's like 22 years old right now. My ass is like 20, 22. Yeah.
It is. We know.
All right, that's a bet. I'm in there next week. I'm signing up.
Don't be bullshitting there.
Sign up date's coming up. People are ready to sign up for next week.
I'm signed. What days?
1st and the 15th.
Only workout. Oh, that's the sign.
That's the sign up days.
I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I'm about to say only 2 times a month. All right, bet the 15th. Oh yeah, I'm in there. And
what's some of your goals?
Some of my goals,
stomach.
Okay.
And the tone up. You should want to tone up your arms or legs.
My arms are toned. My legs are toned. No, seriously, because I play, because I run.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
okay.
No, that's this from my neck to my waist. Because I got titties. Like, you look at my pictures, it's like little titties. Like little A cups. Like, I want to get, like, I don't have to be like, bam, but I want that to be toned.
I feel you. I feel you.
A little, like,
that could even help women. When we do our bench press and stuff like that, it helps with, keeping those young too, keeping the girls young.
Because like he said, I need that motivation. Because I'll try to work out at home. I'm like, that hurts. Like, matter of fact, I think I went to I had a trainer for a week, right? And I think you pushed me too hard.
What you doing first? See, I was hoping that question.
I want you to talk about that too, because there's a lot of trainers out here that are not certified professionals.
No, he was a certified trainer. He worked. So I work for Verizon. We actually have a gym in our job that I walk past every day. Mm-hmm. So last year I went in there. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna start working out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he plays basketball with me, so he knows I can run up and. So I did I did 5 sets of 20 of each. 20 push-ups, 20 abs, and it's the joint that...
Okay, so he pushed you to pull-ups. So he pushed you too hard, and then Stephon...
That was your first day?
This is my first time.
The first day.
Really, I didn't feel bad, right? The next day... the next 5 days, I could barely turn the wheel when I was driving.
Right,
I could not,
Speak to that, Stephon.
That's how it is.
And I said, I'm never doing that again.
No, speak to that,
Your
Stephon.
body's going to get used to it. How they going to get used to it if I can't move my arms?
Stephon, please.
Your first day... With me, it's always an assessment. That's number one.
Gotcha.
I have to see what this client can do, cannot do.
Gotcha.
Number 2, that whole month, I would never just torture you the first day. Yeah. I don't even know why people do that. It never makes sense. But
I wanted to fight him, and I know I could. Even though he was way stronger than me, I know I could beat him in a fight.
Stephon, please continue.
I want to make it clear that a hard workout does not mean it's a good workout. That's false information too. So just because you think, they killed me, it was hard, which people hear all the time.
Yeah,
it was so good. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, don't be making me throw up, because that happens.
They didn't do nothing for you right now.
Right. It takes building that over time.
Make the stairs that much more difficult to get up the next day, because God.
Our first day with everyone, no matter who it is, I don't care if you've been working out forever. If you come to me, I still got to see. So your first day, we do assessment. Like I said, all body weight. I test your core. We do our core strength, balance, flexibility. Sabrae been through it. Every time a new person come in, they know when a new person is doing their first day because they see them doing the exact same thing they was doing. We do a plank test. We do a step test. We do an overhead squat test. So all those things, I'm looking, okay, she struggled there, he struggled there. This one he's good at. And then we work their goals like you're supposed to do. It's not go in and give you burpees your first day. I'm not doing it.
Even if you start at a very low level, it's okay. But a lot of people get discouraged and thinking like, I can't do what he's doing on there. Or people have even contacted me from the pictures and saying like, oh my God, girl, that looks hard. I was like, but you're going to work your way up to that point.
Everybody's able to do it.
I just want you to know that.
I'm big on balance.
Well, see, that's because I used to get vertigo a lot. And I don't get it anymore, but even though I've stopped getting it, my balance has never been quite 100%. So it's like weird. So some things aren't even. That's why I don't like doing lunges.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I teeter a little bit because my balance gets off.
But do you do it with weight or without weight?
Both.
So you gotta do it first. You gotta
master.
Yeah, you gotta master it without weight.
Yeah.
Yes, I still teeter without weight. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, what?
But how much do you practice?
I mean, like, there have been times where I've had like consistent 6-month stretches in the gym.
I see what you're saying.
But it's just something that I've kind of accepted as I really can't control it. Like, even when, like, let's say if I'm doing You know what I'm saying? And I'm on a bench. They're not even because my balance is weird.
That's common though with the bench. It's just your weak arm is always gonna be doing it. Everybody does. I mean, I still gonna do it to this day because your side of the body is more dominant than the other side.
Right.
If you ever did a scanner called DEXA scan, which is probably the best one for body fat and BMI. It's a machine that you lay on and it will tell you, wow, your right side of the body weighs more than your left side.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It will really show you all those things. It's actually a place in DC that has it.
But they not paying, so.
My left side is the big
Isn't anything that you have two of, one is always bigger than the other?
One is always, is nothing on, from what I understand, is not like exactly
symmetry is not natural or something like that.
Yes. One of our eyes is bigger than the other. One of our feet are bigger than the other.
This lady at my job, her left boob is definitely bigger than her right.
Her what? That happens too. I have one that's bigger than the other. But it
hers is like, it's like she like walking like this.
Yes, but definitely all women, one breast, unless you have surgery, is always slightly bigger or slightly smaller than the other. Like, and it's okay.
All guys know this. You got one nut that.
Yes, one of them be like this,
I mean,
and one of them be like this.
Too,
and then you have to make sure that if you... It's like, no.
Can you please?
Because when you're catering to them, you have to make sure that you... Okay, never mind.
Exactly.
Did you say when you're catering to them?
That's why she got the ring.
What can I say? All right, well, thank you so much, Stephon, for enlightening everybody on that.
I appreciate that, man. You told me a lot.
Yes, and I hope that people, if you're interested, please go to his website, his Instagram page, sign up either on the 1st or the 15th. The 15th is right around the corner. Yep. He's located in the DMV area. If you go to his Instagram, his exact address will be there to see if it's convenient for you. I wonder, are you thinking about doing any digital like training for people that might be in somewhere else?
Yeah, I thought about online training. I mean, I always have so many ideas.
Yeah.
Of course, you get sidetracked with
life.
Once it gets busy all the time.
But that is a thought.
You can just catalog.
I had someone supposed to actually work on the app for me.
Okay.
I just didn't decide which way I wanted to go with. First,
I
wanted
people twitching from this. Still your idea.
No, people do that already.
Yeah. I mean, I got
but it's Stephon though. It's a Hampton workout.
I actually have trainers that send their clients to me for things that they don't do. Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah, that would be cool if you could catalog.
It's a very hating business. It is.
Yeah.
Very, very, very.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
very competitive.
You go to Hampton workout? That guy.
Oh, I've seen some transformations with a lot of his clients, so it actually works. You know what I mean? Like it's not off some bullshit. Like,
your average
but it's not necessary with them.
It depends on the person.
What was your transformation timeline? Because
it's still going.
But I'm saying I seen some pictures and you was shapopping.
Thank you.
So how long it took you to get shapopping?
It took me some months. It took me 8 months, something like that.
I mean, she transformed it. Each picture we took.
That's
8 months.
I mean, I'm not saying that's every the universal.
Where the picture takes. I'm just curious.
We used to take them every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I want to take one of those pics. Like I'm just like in my boxers. And I'm sad, and then when you see me fit, then I'm smiling.
You know what?
Jenny Craig commercial.
When you start with Stephon, he'll take your first picture and it will be shirtless.
Some of them pictures though, they be cheating because like I seen one with a girl. She had on like a whack ass bra, so her titties were sagging, but then she had on a good bra that was up. I'm like, that's just a bra. You cheating?
On that note,
it's been real.
Make sure you contact him if you want to set up anything and just talk to him. Don't waste his fucking time though.
Wow.
Because people do that.
Yeah.
No, and I'm speaking on behalf of myself when it comes to
her trainer. Don't waste his motherfucking time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, anybody we bring on here, they're the best at what they do because we're the best show in the DMV. So time wasted is just not good. When you're ready, just follow him. And once you get ready, sometimes it takes people some months to follow you on Instagram.
When you're serious.
To be serious.
But just follow him right now.
The summertime is right around the corner and nobody wants to be fat in the summer. So I'm just saying.
Because you're already 3 months behind because don't summer bodies start in the winter?
That's what they say. Do you believe in that?
It's still winter. You got a couple of weeks.
That's why my number one thing was a commitment on my list when she for the 7.
Yeah.
I had a list written out. But commitment is number 1.
Yeah.
Once you decide that you want to do this and you realize you tired of looking a certain way or after you want to be better at this.
Yep.
First it starts with you, then you take the next steps to go on.
Yep.
You take Bitcoin as a form of payment.
Everyone.
I don't even do Bitcoins no more.
So, I mean, some people,
no.
Somebody told me to do it. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny.
Not right. Well,
I ain't messing with Bitcoin right now, man.
But I guess this is the time to mess with it because it is low.
Yeah, I ain't messing with it right now.
But you don't mess with it when it's high. But I'm not saying you should take I'm not taking no form of payments in Bitcoin.
You take bits of string. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
No, I mean, it's the way. I mean, you see now, Cash App has like.
Can I pay you in Trident layers? Like, what are you doing?
Thank you so. He said you can. Thank you so much for watching the best show in the DMV. Make sure you tune in to Apple Podcasts as well as SoundCloud as well as YouTube. Listen to it any moment of the day. You can download it. Any last words for the day? No.
Let's get fit, man.
Let's get fit, man. Let's get fit. Commitment. Let's commit, get fit, and avoid sicknesses and diseases that plague the Black community. Thank you so much for watching. This is push burpees.
Up. Jump up.
Am I jumping?
Jump back. Jump back forward. Jump forward.
Jump forward.
Oh. Yeah, when you're down there. Jump back. Jump forward. There you go. Jump up.
All right. So you start vibrating.
Start vibrating. Go hit the track.
What's that? This?
No.
Yeah.
No. Iron chair. Ass to grass.
Turn your feet straight.
Okay.
Then you gotta push your hips back and drop your butt underneath it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So you wanna keep your heels on the ground.
Oh my God! Don't tip drill because you're just grinding a little bit.
Start here. You can hold your arms straight if you want to.
Okay. I do this. Okay.
About 5.
Like this? Am I doing it correct? You got no shoes.
He said, "Is that a luge?"
Okay. Like this? I don't know. Look, seriously, I'm not even.
Just see what I just did.
So you gotta step out.
Oh.
Like that.
Oh. Like
your shoulders back. Yep. Take your hands off your feet.
Oh, so if you ever like that step far enough out.
Okay.
There you go. Oh man, they beat you.
Come on, you call it out.
All right. Go.
Don't hit my hands hard.